Okay, guys, earmuffs for any kids out there. I regret to inform you we now have to talk about Elon Musk's dick. Let's go ahead and put the tear sheet up on the screen. I'm just going to read a significant amount of this. So SpaceX, this is from Business Insider. I do want to say this is from a reporter, Rich McHugh, who is not a hack whatsoever. He was the producer who worked with Ronan Farrow to take down Harvey Weinstein, much to the chagrin of the Clintons. He also is the reporter who did the serious journalism investigating Tara Reade's claims against Joe Biden. So he has a news story about Elon Musk regarding a settlement paid by SpaceX for some claims made by a flight attendant. So here's the headline. SpaceX flight attendant said Elon Musk exposed himself and propositioned her for sex. Documents show that the company paid $250,000 for her silence. Let me give you the details here. So this attendant worked as a member of the cabin crew on a contract basis for SpaceX's corporate jet fleet. She accused Musk of exposing his erect penis to her, rubbing her leg without consent, and offering to buy her a horse in exchange for an erotic massage. Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That is so weird. According to interviews and documents obtained by Insider, the incident, which took place in 2016, is alleged in a declaration signed by a friend of the attendant and prepared in support of her claim. So this document, this declaration from the friend, and the friend is the person who was the source here for Rich McHugh, this was as part of the mediation process by which they came to this $250,000 settlement amount. He says the details in the story are drawn from this declaration as well as other documents, including email correspondence and other records shared with Insider by the friend. According to that declaration, the attendant confided to that friend that after taking the flight attendant job, she was encouraged to get licensed as a masseuse so that she could give Musk messages. Gross, that massages rather. It's sort of gross to me that she was encouraged or sort of forced to get this masseuse license on her own dime, by the way. It was during one such massage in a private cabin on Musk's Gulfstream that she told the friend Musk propositioned her. The flight attendant told her friend, the billionaire SpaceX and Tesla founder, asked her to come to his room during a flight for a, quote, full body massage. When she arrived, she found that Musk was completely naked except for a sheet covering the lower half of his body. During the massage, the declaration says Musk, quote, exposed his genitals and then, quote, touched her and offered to buy her a horse if she would, quote, do more, referring to the performance of sex acts. Apparently she was into horses, so the horse thing was not completely insane. The attendant's complaint was resolved quickly after a session with the mediator that Musk personally attended. The matter never reached a court of law or an arbitration proceeding. In November 2018, Musk, SpaceX, and the flight attendant entered into a severance agreement, granting the attendant a $250,000 payment in exchange for a promise not to sue over the claim. So basically what happened here is she gets hired on a contract basis as a flight attendant. She says that she was pressured to get this massage license on her own dime so she could give massages. Apparently, I didn't know on SpaceX, like, massages.
I was going to say, my main takeaway from this thing is why does a company need an in-house masseuse?
Yeah,
as a perk for executives?
That's a problem.
That's pretty weird.
Especially, listen, it is weird.
Yeah.
And if that is part of the job, then you hire people who are professionally trained masseuses, or if you want your attendants to get that certification, then you pay for it. Okay, so I have an issue with that.
Okay.
So then the allegations unfold. She was reportedly, according to the details from the friend, she was very stressed about it, but she thought, okay, we can just put it behind and I'm just going to pretend like nothing happens and move forward. She also alleges she was basically retaliated against for not going along with the horse for sex deal. So that's what we know. The part we can say for sure is that there was this $250,000 settlement between the company and this woman who is not being named in the piece to protect her privacy. She also, this kind of gets the free speech thing. She also is bound by a non-disclosure agreement. She's not allowed to talk about it legally. Those type of non-disclosure agreements in cases of sexual harassment and assault have been banned in certain states like California, but she is still under one. So that's why, one of the reasons why she's not talking here.
Yeah, I think that's right. Look, I really don't know whether that's true or not. Obviously, there's no way to, right? So this is based on the affidavit of a friend. Also, in terms of the payout, it was not actually about the sexual harassment claim. It was about the fact that she was retaliated against. That's what she would file under California employment law. So $250,000, it's not.
Yeah, but retaliated against.
Right, because of sexual harassment.
Right, certainly.
Again, I don't know if it's true or not. Musk himself appeared to know whether it was coming. So here, seemed to know that it was coming. Let's put this up there on the screen. He had tweeted previously that in the past I'd voted Democrat because they were mostly the kindness party. Now they've become the party of division and hate, so I can no longer support them. I will vote Republican. Now watch their dirty tricks campaign against me unfold. He followed up by that saying, political attacks on me will escalate dramatically in the coming months. And so he's casting this as a part of this. I, in general, have not seen this kind of take the world by storm exactly with this story. I think the most important thing with these things is that you should also look for others and whether there was any retaliatory actions or other people to come out of the woodwork. So we're kind of in that phase. And especially if there's any reporters who are working on that, that will serve as a very big corroboration. I will say what they have said is that at least 6 women have sued Tesla, alleging sexual harassment at a Tesla factory, but none of the people who were there were alleged against Musk himself. So this is the only one that we know of currently. I did read Musk. I've read Musk's biography and some other pretty critical stuff into him. And in general, I'd never seen any reporting around this, but obviously this was paid. So, that's not deniable.
Yeah, right. Listen, there's no way to know what happens. I think you're right in terms of the public perception. If now there are more women who come out.
Then it's,
Then it definitely, now, I mean, listen, it can be that there is only one woman that's only done to one person. That doesn't mean that the claims are invalid or not true. And as we said, the thing we definitely know is they did pay a settlement to this woman to keep her quiet and make sure that she doesn't sue. So that's what we know. I do want to say one thing about his tweet there about Democrats are the kindness party. First of all, I think it's a very childish way of viewing politics. But second of all, the first comments he made saying that it was at that convention for the, what is it called? All In podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
And his first comments were mostly focused on Democrats are too close to unions. And unions, he said, are another form of monopoly, which I don't even understand how you can make that case, but whatever. But it was sort of it was that, and he didn't like that they were close to trial lawyers. It was this very just standard issue plutocrat critique of I don't like that I might have to deal with a union or that I might get sued for bad behavior. And then once there was kind of an outcry about the way he framed that, then he puts out this tweet that's much more and they're divisive, et cetera, et cetera.
I will defend him on the union thing only within what happened. Now you guys know I'm pro-union and I've always supported it. That being said, I think it's BS that he got that there was that lobby that the unions pushed that make it so that the EV tax credits did not apply as much to Tesla and applied more to Ford and GM.
Yeah, but he also is a notorious union buster.
All right, listen, I'm not going to support him on that.
Typical Wall Street capitalist
I totally agree with you.
But
I'm
why
saying
they don't support the
Democratic
Democratic
Party. They have explicitly lobbied against Tesla. And by the way, if the Tesla people want to unionize, I would 100% support that. But what I'm saying is that the unions have used their political power to strike against him with the EV tax credits.
But here's the other thing
I think is wrong. I mean, it's a good electric.
That was ridiculous. Is he was Biden is so close to the unions and does the bidding of the unions and so different from Barack Obama on this, which is also silly because we see Biden right now has the power to back up the Amazon labor union and isn't lifting a finger to do it. He'll have the photo op with him. So the analysis was silly.
I agree. I'm saying in his mind, and look, I think every person is selfish and his context is Tesla. Tesla has been explicitly screwed over by the Biden administration. Pete Buttigieg won't even meet with Elon Musk.
Yeah, but don't you think it's telling that after he says that, then he switches to, no, it's because they're divisive.
Totally, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm just, I will say, I think that if you're a serious person, then EV tax credits should be flat. We should encourage EVs as much as humanly possible.
Agreed.
And that in that case, the unions messed up by using their political power on that.
He didn't even mention that.
No, I agree. But I'm saying the Biden people too, the fact that they're ostracizing Elon Musk, who has done more for this country in terms of the electric revolution than any other person, I think that's BS.
Okay, but that's not even what he was talking about.
I think that's the context of his remarks.
He didn't even, it's not even what he said in his statement though. I mean, I guess my bottom line here is he's acting exactly like you would expect a self-interested billionaire to act.
Very true. Especially for his company, which I agree with.
Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.